Yes, my people, I am back again. A brand new Thursday morning here in Southeast Asia. Every day comes with its own hope. You know, once you wake up in the morning, you should have the belief in yourself. Today, it's another new day, a new belief that Chelsea can go all the way to the top of the league table. Yes, this weekend games is going to push Chelsea to somewhere around 6th or 5th position. Now we are on the 12th position. But if we are able to win this weekend, we are going to go up. And gradually we will get there. Gradually Chelsea will get there. All we need right now is cohesion in the team. Cohesion in the team. That is what Chelsea needs right now. Quickly, before I go to other news, Chelsea has released its squad members to the Premier League. Yeah, every season, every club is expected to release their squad names of players to the Premier League board. And Chelsea has done so with 20 players. Chelsea submitted 20 players to the FA. And there were questions about the rest of the 25 or 20 or 6 or the rest of the 5 or 6. But there has been an explanation given. And I want to bring down to you right now the names of players that were submitted and why the rest were omitted. I'll give you a reason why they were omitted. Yes. Chelsea have confirmed their squad list for the 2023-2024 Premier League season. And at first viewing, there are a number of notable absentees. The 20 clubs in England's top division are required to submit an update squad by Wednesday, September 19th. Mauricio Pochettino has submitted his squad ahead of the weekend's visit to AFC Bournemouth. Summer signings Moise Caicedo, Axel Disasi, Nickolas Jackson, Robert Sanchez, Christopher Nkunku, and George Petrovic were named by the Blues, with only 20 players submitted from an available 25. Only 20 players were submitted out of 25 that was expected. And supporters would have noticed a number of players being missed out in the squad. Yeah. Cole Palmer, Romeo Lavia, Levi Colwill, Ian Matson, Malo Gusto, Noni Madueke, Leslie Ogochukwu, and Kanichukwu Emeka were all left out due to being aged under 21. All these players were left out because they are all under 21. And the FA rules are there regarding under 21 players. Players that were born before the year 2002. After the year 2002, those that were born before the year 2002, they had to be registered. But the ones that were born after 2002, now listen carefully. Premier League rule states under 21 players are eligible over and above the limit of 25 players per squad. Each player is assigned a squad number, which they wear during their Premier League matches. You get it? For the 2023-2024 campaign, under 21 players who have been born on or after 1st January 2002, 2002. Armando Broja, Chukwuemeka, Luis Hall, and Martin all qualified as under 21 players last season. Although Broja is now 22, meaning he will need to be registered. Sorry about that once again. Here is a full Chelsea Premier League squad names that were submitted. Here is a full Chelsea Premier League squad in full. Homegrown. Robert Sanchez, Marcus Bettinelli, James Cameron, George Petrovic, Benoit Badiashile, Trevor Chalobah, Ben Chilwell, Mark Cucurella, Axel Disasi, Thiago Silva, Wesley Fofana, Reece James, Moise Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Conor Gallagher, Mykhailo Mudryk, Armando Broja, Nickolas Jackson, Christopher Nkunku, Raheem Sterling. That is a player that named the 20 players that were submitted to the FA as eligible to participate in every Chelsea activity, beside the ones that were under 20 or under 21. Those ones don't need to be registered. They qualify to play while as their age is below 21. Yeah, according to the Premier League rules. Mauricio Pochettino will be able to call on players he's not been able to use this season after the international break, with a number of the injured players or injured stars returning to training this week. I have been saying that all these few days. Most of the players are back. Those that are injured, they are back to full fitness. They are training. Yeah. Benoit Balotelli hasn't kicked a ball this season due to a hamstring injury he picked up at the end of last campaign, but he's been spotted training at Cobham ahead of this weekend's Premier League game against Bournemouth. That is a good news. He had been back just before the international break, and the fact he's had another 2 weeks of intense training without a setback means he will be able at least to get into the team for the first time this season. The biggest comeback, however, will be a striker, Armando Broja. Yes. Who the Albanian's FA boss, Armando Duka, has confirmed will be ready for this weekend. The forward hasn't played in the last 10 months due to a knee injury he picked up, but will make a return this weekend. The Albanian FA boss said, Armando Broja has completed the recovery phase. We expect him to be on the bench with Chelsea this week. That is ready to return to the field. Then there is a case of a player like Mikhailo Modric, who looked like he had picked up a knock in the game against England, but returned in time to train well the next day. So Mikhailo Modric he picked up a knock during international break, playing against England, but he came back to training the next morning, train as usual. That means that he's back fully. There's nothing actually wrong. He never got any serious injury, during that game against England. Players like Reece James, Trevor Chalobah, and Kanichukwu Emeka are not too far away, while Christopher Nkuku, Romeo Lavia, and Wesley Fofana all still look like they need some time to come back. Yeah, Reece James, there's a possibility that he will also be back on the bench for this weekend game. Reece James, there's a possibility. I am not sure he will play, but he could be back on the bench this weekend. I still left that position for Malo Gusto, but Reece James, there's a possibility he will be on the bench this weekend. Trevor Chalobah and Kanichukwu Emeka are not too far away, while Christopher Nkuku, Romeo Lavia, and Wesley Fofana all still look like they still need some time to be back. That is regarding the squad. Today, Thursday, we expect full squad at Cobham. All those that went for international break, we expect them to arrive last night. So today, Thursday, this morning training, full squad should be available for the coach to work on. That for sure. There is no excuse for any player as we speak. There is no excuse. There's no news of any player getting injured, extra player getting injured, or the players not arriving. No. Every player is expected in Cobham this morning as they break for full training. Yeah. Premier League tracking data shows Nickolas Jackson ranks top among all players for sprints. He has made more off the ball runs than any other Premier League player this season. He also ranks top for attacking runs. Most impressive, though, is that Jackson also comes out on top for runs challenging the opposition back line. This is Nickolas Jackson for you. The goals might not be coming, but the work rate of the chap is incredible. The goals are just not coming yet, but I believe when the goals begins to come in, we will like the guy. Like I said yesterday in my last video last night, there has been a plan in place to buy the main striker. He was supposed to be the backup striker. He's supposed to be the backup striker. There was a plan in place to get an out-and-out striker to get the team running. But since that could not work out, the negotiations are still ongoing for the player to come in. Maybe in January transfer window 2024. Anything can happen from January to May 2024. I mentioned the name yesterday, Victor Osimhen, unless otherwise things change. But for now, Nickolas Jackson is who we have. And if you watch, as you can see it on the screen, the statistics are there, speaking for itself in the Premier League. In the Premier League, yeah. Okay, to other news. Jesse Lingard is training with West Ham. The former Nottingham Forest man is still a free agent. Yeah. He is training right now with West Ham and he's still a free agent. You know. So any club that is interested can go in for Jesse Lingard. He used to be a very nice player. I used to enjoy him those days. Now he's a free agent. Barcelona's financial turmoil continued this week with President Joan Laporta liable for a 20 million euro guarantee following the failure of an investor to provide a fund to complete a deal that was vital to the club being granted its La Liga license this season. You know, Barcelona had problems financially. Even for them to sign some players like João Felix and stuff, they had issues with their finance, balancing their books. But they were insisting that they can do it. They had a guarantee of somebody, you know, supporting a fund. Someone to support with a fund to support to balance their books. Now the person failed, and they have signed the players. So it looks like there are issues coming up. When they were talking about it, they said, "Oh, there's a possibility they can balance their book. They will do this and that." Now, balance their books. Someone promised to bring 20 million euros. The person has not delivered the money. You know. But Barcelona is a big club. They will have a way around it. They will surely have a way around it. Yeah. To have a way around it. It is very possible some of these things we hear in the news sometimes, but in reality, it's not so in reality. All right, last but not the least, Dani Carvajal has decided to file a complaint against an interpreter who claims that the Real Madrid fullback asked him to tell a Russian waitress at the 2018 World Cup that he wanted to put his cock down her throat. The Spanish fullback denies all the allegations in the press, which stains his name and his honor. Yeah. So he has decided to file a complaint against an interpreter who claims that the Real Madrid, that he did that. That interpreter was a waiter. You know, that interpreted what he said to the waiter. I hope you are getting it. Yeah. So he decided to file a complaint against him because in a court, because according to the fullback, all those allegations are false. They are false, and it tainted his image and his honor. Yeah, that is just on a lighter note. So let me leave you there for now. I'll come your way as you are waking up from bed. By the time you are waking up, there will be exclusives from this channel to you. Shalom and peace.